video is a preview of Liverpool versus Manchester United. Viewers' discretion is advised. There will be strong language from the start and throughout. Good afternoon and welcome to Tokyo Reds. We are Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun, and today we are in lovely Odaiba. In the background there you can see Rainbow Bridge and Tokyo Tower, and yeah, it's not raining, which is awesome. Today is a public holiday. It's National Sports Day. It's the anniversary day of when the Tokyo Olympics opened back in 1964. Supposed to be doing sporty things. I guess we are. We're talking about sport at least.
Yeah, that's close enough.
And the sport that we're going to be talking about is, of course, Liverpool versus Manchester United. The biggest game of the season, every season for us, obviously. Tom, just how much do you hate Manchester United?
More than any other team. Honestly, I hate Man United as much as I love Liverpool. So I'd say there's two teams I support, Liverpool and the away team at Old Trafford. I really hate them. But
Okay. Fair enough, John.
Yeah, it's just mad, isn't it? Yeah. You know, it's just like there's so much venom. Yeah. It's funny because like it's kind of like what Tom was saying. In a season, I'll watch all the Liverpool games and pretty much all the Man United games just to watch them lose. Okay, yeah. Doesn't really happen much, but when it does, nothing beats it.
Yeah, no, for me, like, I we grew up, me and Tom, the same year as Ferguson took over, John not long after that. So the whole of our life has been that kind of Premier League era, Alex Ferguson era. And it's just, fair dues to him. He did a very good job, but it's just...
He's a prick.
He's a prick, isn't he? Let's be honest. So, yeah, I think the thing with Man United is, the fans are like... Most of them from China or London or somewhere like that. I mean, I can't talk. I'm not from Liverpool. You guys are, so it's all right. But yeah, for me, like, I just hate them so much. Like, I love Liverpool more than I hate Man United. I'll be honest. But yeah, I've got a profile in work on the wall, and it says likes Liverpool Football Club, dislikes Manchester United. So I hate them quite a lot, and all my students know that as well, which is good. So yeah, so yes, it's the big game on next Monday, and yeah. So John, what do you think we should expect from Man United? Who will be their key players? What kind of formation will they play?
They've gone through like a tricky transition, haven't they? You know, and I think they're like really struggling to adapt with the new players. Because like for example, Pogba. Everyone's been getting on Pogba's back because he's kind of done fuck all. But to be fair, when he was at Juve, he had more of a free roaming position in the midfield. But now, because he's got old man Rooney weighing him down, he doesn't have that freedom or mobility. So, he's got to kind of play within those realms. So he's just it's just that's why he hasn't been adapting pretty well. I've been kind of not disappointed. I've been relieved actually, but Martial's been woeful this season. It's been amazing. Yeah. So I think we've just got too much for them, to be honest with you.
Yeah. For me, Paul Pogba leaves a lot of space in that midfield, and that could be. We'll get onto it in a bit, but that could be a big thing and aspect in this game. So yeah, Tom. We just talked about the fat granny shagging Rooney. Then, do you think that is he gonna? He got booed against England, obviously, the other day. He's an absolute dickhead, rat bastard. Do you think he starts?
I think he will. I think he will start. He's probably the best player for them in terms of understanding what this fixture means. I will say, it's one of the weirdest things that when he scores for United, he takes off his shirt and he's still got his once a blue, always a blue.
Once a blue, always a mank, mate.
But I find that hilarious. Another thing I find hilarious that he gets upset when he plays Old Trafford and he hears them singing songs about Scousers. Sorry, mate, what do you expect? But in terms of the fixture, I mean, one thing I miss is the days like Gerrard, Carragher for us, and then Neville, Giggs, Scholes for them. Well, Giggs when he wasn't shagging his brother's sister. But sorry, I've completely fucked that one up. Was it his brother's wife or?
Yeah, his brother's wife.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm pretty sure his brother's sister would be his sister. I'm pretty sure, and I'm sure that's illegal in a lot of countries.
It's a fucked up family. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, mate.
They're twats. They're all. Yeah.
They were twats, but yeah, I mean, the thing is that passion though, that the whole like Dalglish Ferguson or was it like Scholes, Gerrard, that sort of thing. I do miss that, and in a way, someone like Rooney, he'll understand the fixture for them. I think he will start for that reason, not on form, but I think he'll start for that motivation.
I personally hope he starts because he's fucking shit.
Yeah, me too, right? But like Tom was saying, he's like with the last of those, Merseyside or Lancashire. Is it Lancashire? Brave?
Merseyside.
Yeah, Merseyside kind of heroes. You know what I mean? Where it's like you said, like Giggs, Gerrard, Scholes.
I guess Manchester's like.
Yeah. So he's like kind of that. He's like that last generation. I mean, really, us we have is like Lucas, maybe. Like he's the only one who's been there long enough. And like Coutinho seems to love the city and stuff, but like there's just not that extra. No, I'm not. The players want to win it, but it's not that. It's not what it was. It's not as heated as it was. It shouldn't be anyway, really.
No, that's the thing. Both teams have kind of dropped down a couple of pegs in the recent years. I remember the 2009 season when it was Rafa versus Ferguson for the title. Obviously, Ferguson won it, but we dicked them 4-1 at Old Trafford. That was when both teams were at their height. You know what I mean? They were both going for the league, which hasn't happened enough, to be honest. Usually, it's like one team's really good, the other one's doing shit. This season, we've been pretty decent. They've been all right. They've lost a couple of games. Fenerbahce, Feyenoord did them in the Champions League, and Watford beat them obviously as well. And so Man City, dominated them, beat them. So they're doable basically. So how do you think Liverpool? Let's talk about the real team in this fixture. How do you think Liverpool will get? How should they sort of prepare themselves for this Man United game?
To be honest, I think we just have to keep doing what we've done. Like our system, keep it the same. Goalkeeper, that's the one I'm really not sure about. But everything else, I love Daniel Sturridge, but keep him on the bench. Literally keep to what we've done, because if we think too much about them, it could change our game plan. Our game plan's been working, so I think just stick with what we've been doing personally.
Yeah, for me, like the midfield's quite an important part of this. Watching the Man United games and the analysis afterwards. Like Pogba has been leaving so much space in midfield and leaving Fellaini or whoever plays with him with loads of space. Liverpool's midfield, the energy that it has, it's going to destroy them, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it makes me laugh like how Fellaini is playing for Man United. How he's still playing for Man United. You know what I mean?
In a central midfield role.
Yeah. It's like what does he bring besides like wacky hairstyles or something like that? He's just a calamity. He's just kind of like, it's like when you're in a bar and that one guy's had too much to drink and he's just like falling about the players. I'm
sure that's usually you, John.
And Fellaini playing football, but yeah, and he's part of the problem as well. Yeah. You've got Pogba, who kind of wants to be more open and free-flowing, and then and him and Fellaini are just, they're not really connecting with each other properly. So yeah, like you said, there's so much space, and when you've got like Lallana, Wijnaldum playing so well in that midfield, then going off into Coutinho, it's just going to be, you can see making the problems for them.
Yeah, I mean, the alternative for them is, if it was me, and I'm sure that Jose Mourinho knows more about football than I do, I'll be honest. But for me, like Schneiderlin, Carrick as your holding midfielders, and then Pogba in the more advanced, that just seems to work for me. But like I say, I hate Mourinho. He's an absolute dickhead, but I'm pretty sure he knows more about football than I do. That's why he's paid millions to look after it. So, who do you think are the key players for Liverpool going into this game?
For us, I know I say it every week, but Mane. Mane is massive. He's absolutely huge. He's important to get at them, because I think we will have more possession, especially when we're closing down and doing the gegenpressing. He's key for us, especially if they go tight at the back. On Mourinho's side, if he comes to Anfield or defensive, Mane's going to be the one to kind of tear them apart a bit. Firmino, yeah, for me it's the front line. Firmino, Coutinho and Mane, that's the main three. Everyone's important, but those are the three starters. If we have them, I think we're going to get at them. I think we could actually put them to the sword, but got to be careful.
It's going off what Tom says, is probably going to be the press that really makes the difference in this, right?
Yeah, makes a difference as well is that the likes of Mane and Firmino, they get back as well. So they're not just attacking; they will run back, get the ball, and then they'll even play from their own half and then back and thing. So, it's just their precision. That's the key thing I think we've had this season, is they're so precise with everything they do. Not just passing, but their moves, their runs, and obviously been scoring quite a lot as well. So those three are just so important. I think Coutinho, Firmino, and Mane.
Yeah, obviously Lallana took a knock apparently his groin went in the last game. Do you think, fingers crossed he starts, right?
Fingers crossed he starts if he's fit. Even if he's not 100%, bring him on the second half because he's so effective. He's been brilliant this season. Again, he's such a team player, but again, his work rate, like the energy levels that guy has, we need him for this kind of fixture, definitely.
He's like the one player who's really embodied like the philosophy of this Gegenpressing, hasn't he? He's been outstanding. Like him and Milner, I know we said that before, but they've been outstanding this season. And it's just they've completely bought into the philosophy and they're doing what they're being taught, and it really shows.
Yeah, it's interesting, obviously in the England game the other day, Henderson sets up Sturridge, he scores as well, so he's in goal-scoring form. So Klopp's got a big decision to make. One of the bigger decisions he's got to make is, it's a debate at the moment, is Mignolet or Karius. Karius hasn't had the best start, to be honest. He's been a bit flappy. He's a young lad. The comparisons that David De Gea has to be mentioned. In his first season, he was a bit dodgy for a bit. So do we give him time, or do we go with the arguably safer option with Mignolet? Because to be fair, Mignolet has done pretty well this season.
He has done pretty well, and like you say, the importance of the fixture. United, their main danger man, Zlatan. Zlatan is going to cause us problems. He's the main danger man. It's a really difficult one, but I would go with Karius. I'd just go with him because to give him that kind of trust for a big fixture. And if he has a good game, who was that lad against Juventus? Really can't think of his name now. Goalkeeper.
Oh, Buffon.
No, Liverpool against Juventus, Anfield. I really can't think. English laddie.
Kirkland.
Not Kirk. Scott Carson.
Carson, yeah.
Sorry, Scott. Nothing against you. You had a great game.
Got Champions League medal winner.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Scott Carson. I remember he came in against Juventus. It was a massive game. He had a really good game, and it really lifted his confidence. Karius, if he has a good game against United, this will do wonders for him. I would stick with him. I love Mignolet, but he has a habit of costing us, especially in big games. So I'll go for Karius.
Okay, I guess the other debate is, do we stick with that forward three of Coutinho, Firmino, Mane, or should we stick Sturridge in there and play more of a defense, kind of, sit back a little bit? For me, it's don't change, but what would you say?
Yeah, it's that old saying, if it's not broke, don't fix it. I just wouldn't, and I felt a bit kind of bad for Sturridge as well, because now he's fully fit. And he's been playing out of position a bit, so he hasn't really been getting his goals. He does do a lot for the team. He's quite an unselfish player, but I just think they've been working so well together that they need to play.
Yeah, me too. Obviously, Firmino and Coutinho score for Brazil as well, and they're just on fire at the moment, absolute beasts. For me, okay, so we'll give a little bit of, not respect, but we'll say some all right things about United. They have got some good players. Tom mentions Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Could be. I do think he's going to be the biggest threat. He's an amazing player. Anybody else?
I think Rashford. Yeah. He's been, outstanding. Not even this season, but since he's come onto the scene, he's just broke out, and he's kind of stay consistent at that level. Yeah. Mata as well. He's a good player. I like Mata. Phil Jones, of course, he's but and I think their biggest threat, to be honest, is De Gea. I mean, do you remember that was it last season? No, season before, wasn't it? When we should have scored about 7 or 8 goals. And
Sterling missed.
And one-on-ones and stuff, and he's, dare say, is either joint or the best goalkeeper in the league.
In the world. I would argue. And Neuer and him are the best two. Really.
Yeah, he's outstanding.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be a big problem.
Yeah, I completely agree. It's unfortunate that he's still there, to be honest. Should have gone back home, but there we are. Anyway, so yes, Tom, we've talked about Zlatan, Rashford. You know, obviously the atmosphere is going to be pretty big at Anfield this week, next Monday. So maybe Rashford might, you know, he's a young lad, so maybe it could have an effect on him. Are there anybody else? We've talked about Mata, Zlatan. Is there anybody else that you'd be worried about in that team?
In all honesty, no. I mean, I think we've gone through the players, and I like saying that because in previous years, not just their starting 11, but even like their second 11 were a big threat. No one else.
It's quite. I was just saying, it's quite funny that none of us mentioned their £90 million player that's going to be a danger at all, which is, you know, he has got a goal now as well.
Yeah, I think as well though, he's been utter shite for a while, but he's always up for these games. You know, he does give that little extra in these games, you know, because it really means something to him.
Hendo does have to knock him on his arse early doors, but
I was going to say, sorry to cut in, but like with Rooney, yeah, young Rooney, he's dangerous, but the athleticism that we play with, he's going to struggle with that. The thing is, when he gets on the ball, we're going to be closing in the gegenpressing. He's really going to struggle. He's going to have to adapt his game, but I think he's going to get tired the way we play. So yeah, I don't see him as a threat.
I think even if we didn't play that, he's going to get tired. He's a fat bastard.
yeah, he's just a troll, isn't he? Anyway, so so here we go. This is the big one: Liverpool versus Manchester United at Anfield. Oh, I love these games, but hate them at the same time. Score prediction time. John,
I'm going to have 3-1.
Oh, yes.
I just think, yeah, you know, they've done all right. They haven't even done all right this season. They haven't. You know, they've played no one. And when they played someone, they played City, got battered. And, was it Fenerbahce?
Final. I'm same mistake.
Yeah, but there you go. You know, who cares? You know, it's like a Dutch side. Who gets beaten by a Dutch side? You know what I mean? Outside of Holland, obviously. But, you know, it happens quite a lot in Holland, they're fair. But yeah, 3-1, I think. I think we just got too much for them.
Yeah, fair dues. Disclaimer, okay, disclaimer. If they continue playing Fellaini and Pogba in that midfield, we're going to do them. We're going to destroy them, in my opinion. I think we'll do them 3-0. It might be a bit crazy saying we're going to get a clean sheet considering we haven't kept one all season. But if we're going to do one, it's going to be against the Manx, hopefully. And I've got a feeling it's going to be a horrible game and it'll be like a nicking and little 2-1 or something. But like I say, if they play that midfield, we're going to overrun them and we'll have way too much for them and we'll win 3-0, maybe 4-0. Tom?
Right, I'm just going to say, usual with the Manx, I get really optimistic about the games. As you say, it's the best match to win. It's the worst match to lose. I hate losing to them. I hate losing to them at Anfield more than I hate Old Trafford, because you can say, we're away from home, but I hate them coming to Anfield and winning. Even a draw would feel like a defeat, though, because I'm really confident about this one. I'm gonna say it. Not a clean sheet. Sorry, not a clean sheet. I just don't have faith, but I think we're actually going to beat them 5-1. I know that sounds nuts. I honestly think we're going to do them. Lads, honestly, my optimism is something else.
I love you so much, Tom.
Mate, honestly, we're going to do them.
If that's 2 5-1 predictions.
I'm so confident. I think they're going to come there as long as we get the first goal. If they get the first goal, that could mess things up. Honestly, I'm so confident, lads. I still think they'll score, Zlatan, but I honestly think we're going to do them 5-1. I know it sounds nuts, but
fair dues, mate. If we win 5-1, man, that'll do. Like, fair enough. Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Do you think we'll win? What do you think the score will be? Who's going to be the best players for us, best players for them? If you're a Manc, let us know what you think as well. We don't really care, but let us know. And yeah, like, subscribe, social media, information will be scrolling up and down. Come on, Liverpool, please beat the Mancs. We hate them so much. Thank you very much. This has been Tokyo Reds. See you later. Bye-bye. So, warning, this video is... I can't do if you're laughing, though, can I? Stand away, go stand away. Stand away while I do this.
We're not standing there in case we fuck it up.
One laugh.
Okay.
I won't laugh. I will. Go on.
No, you can't laugh because it'll just ruin everything. It'll ruin everything.
Hey! King of Oktoberfest.
Ah, I am the king! I'm Oktoberfest!
So.
3号線にご乗車ください。